easier for me to talk this way.
Right?
Okay, so I went to YouTube and it almost looks like it's not live. It's like it's just a recording and then it stopped like 30 seconds in. So it's showing that it's live when you're in.
Yeah, it's showing it's live on my end.
Let
So
me go.
I'm gonna try again and see, because maybe, I don't know. I've never done this before, so I'm not sure if I'm doing it correctly either. So I'm gonna try again. Let's see, what is that? I don't know, that's for maybe. So
What I can see is only 27 seconds.
what?
That's the part that I see. It's not like it's live unless I'm doing something wrong. And I know people do it because I know there's another creator who comes on in the morning and she does a Bible. She does both at the same time.
Okay, what is this? Oh, that's where you can do a playlist of music, I guess. And I know my webcam's live because the light's on it, so I don't know. Alright, let's try this, see if it... Anyone? Next. It's public. But it should be. I don't, you guys, I'm sorry. I know this is, so YouTube's been freezing lately? Okay. I was wondering because I've never used it like this before, and I was just trying to see if maybe there was, if this was a good alternative if something happens to TikTok, but if we can't get it to work, it's not a biggie. I'll figure something else out.
Now it says you've been live for 7 minutes and 27 seconds, but I can't see it. I can just see where it says that that's the time that it shows. But if I press on it, it doesn't show me you live.
Huh. Yeah, right now it's just spinning and saying going live, but it's not doing anything. I have no idea what I'm doing, you guys. Okay, so you know what? I'm just gonna say forget this for now. I don't know how to get it to work, so. Alright. That's alright. But I can pull up the Bible trivia with this, so. Neener. Alright. Well, thank you, Christy.
You're welcome.
Alright, I'm gonna get into reading some and then we'll jump over to Bible trivia after that. So since I don't have my usual Bible on me, we're going to read Matthew today. All right. Hi, Linda. Hi, Brandy. So I'm going to do a little bit of reading, and then we're going to jump over to Bible trivia because I got some new Bible trivia, and it's good and hard. So y'all better get Google ready or your Bible's out, whichever you need. And please share the live. A couple people left, I guess, because they didn't. We were trying to figure out YouTube as well, but it didn't work out. So I'll have to figure that out later when I'm just messing around. All right. Hey, Rachel. All right, you guys. Like I said, I don't have my normal Bible with me, so I'm going to read from Matthew because I don't remember exactly where we were in. Let's see. I think we're in the last two chapters of Deuteronomy, or maybe we just was going to start Joshua, but I can't remember, and I'd have to drive all the way back to the camper. So if you guys like, though, I'll show you. This is, let me see if I can flip my camera around. This is just a small view of the RV park that we're staying at. I don't know where the ducks went. They were out here just a minute ago. That's the lake over there where the kids can jump on those bouncy things. Over that way is where my camper is. And then this is just a little pond they got over here you can fish in. And then over there is the pools in the office. Ignore my dirty car. Let's see. All right, we'll let the camera. There we go. Okay. And when I get a chance, I will give a better, there's so many people here this weekend, and I thought they'd mostly be gone this Sunday, but they are not yet. So I'll give a better tour when there's not so many people here, like on one of my weekday lives. I'm going to start going live more again on the weekdays earlier in the day. So, I'm going to try to do probably, see, Heidi does a noon one, so I thought about going on around 1 after her, or 1:30, a couple days a week. Nothing set in stone yet, and then I'm going to still do my weekends. It is, Christine. It is, all the ducks are over there. Hold on, let me show you all the duckies. I don't know if it'll let me zoom in or not when I flip it around, but we'll see. So, see all the ducks? They love my camper because I have that little, buck garden. And they've been coming over and trying to eat my maters off my plants. Had to shoo a couple of them off because they like to get into my plants. All right, we're going to be reading in Matthew chapter 1, verse 1. Oh, yeah, Christine. Yeah. Pearl, my pom-pom, loves to bark at them. Yeah. And we got these funky looking ones out here, like they are kind of ugly, but they're so ugly they're cute. Hey, Tanya. I forget what they're called. I know the name of them, but they got this real red face. It's a red and black face, and they just look mean, but they're not mean. Thank you. Yes, they are the Muskogee ducks. And ooh, that guy almost flipped over on that golf cart. He hit that big old pothole and went sideways. But they are so cute. They're so ugly. They're cute, but they're sweet. They don't run from you like they're so used to people being out here. They're all over the place. Okay, chapter 1. The book of the generation of Jesus Christ, the son of David, the son of Abraham. To Abraham begat Isaac, and Isaac begat Jacob, and Jacob begat Judas and his brethren. And Judas begat Phares, and Zara, and Thamar, and Phares begat Ezram. Ooh, we're going to jump past all those begets. Where's it at? Okay, verse 6. And Jesse begat David the king. And David the king begat Solomon of Her, that had been the wife of Urias. And Solomon, dadgummit, it's still begetting. Hold on, let's jump down to verse 16. And Jacob begat Joseph, the husband of Mary, of whom was born Jesus, who is called Christ. That's a lot of begets, and y'all, I get tongue twisted, so if you want to read it, Matthew chapter 1, verse 1, all the way through verse 16. Okay. Verse 17. So all the generations of Abraham to David are 14 generations, and from David until the carrying away into Babylon are 14 generations, and from the carrying away into Babylon unto Christ are 14 generations. Now the birth of Jesus Christ was on this wise, when as his mother Mary was espoused to Joseph, before they came together, she was found with child of the Holy Ghost. Then Joseph, her husband, being a just man and not willing to make her a public example, was minded to put her away privily. But while he thought on these things, behold, the angel of the Lord appeared unto him in a dream, saying, Joseph, thou son of David, fear not to take unto thee Mary thy wife, for that which is conceived in her is of the Holy Ghost. And she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Jesus, for he shall save his people from their sins. Now all this was done, that it might be fulfilled, which was spoken of the Lord by the prophet, saying, Behold, a virgin shall be with child, and shall bring forth a son, and they shall call his name Emmanuel, which being interpreted is God with us. Then Joseph, being raised from sheep, did as the angel of the Lord had bidden, and took unto him his wife, and knew her not till she had brought forth her firstborn son, and he called his name Jesus. Now when Jesus was born in Bethlehem of Judea in the days of Herod the king, behold, there came wise men from the east to Jerusalem, saying, Where is he that is born King of the Jews? For we have seen his star in the east, and are coming to worship him. When Herod the king had heard these things, he was troubled, and all Jerusalem with him. And when he had gathered all the chief priests and scribes of the people together, and demanded of them where Christ was born, and they said unto him, In Bethlehem of Judea, for thus it is written by the prophet, And thou, Bethlehem, in the land of Judah, art not the least among the princes of Judah. For out of thee shall come a governor that shall rule my people Israel. Then Herod, when he had privily called the wise men, inquired of them diligently what time the star appeared. And he sent them to Bethlehem, and said, Go and search diligently for the young child, and when ye have found him, bring me word again, that I may come and worship him also. When they had heard the king, they departed, and lo, the star which they saw in the east went before them, till it came and stood over where the young child was. When they saw the star, they rejoiced with exceeding great joy. And when they were come into the house, they saw the young child with Mary his mother, and fell down and worshipped him. And when they sent it unto him gifts, gold and frankincense and myrrh, and being warned of God in a dream that they should not return to Herod, they departed into their own country another way. And when they were departed, behold, the angel of the Lord appeareth to Joseph in a dream, saying, Arise, and take the young child and his mother, and flee into Egypt, and be thou there until I bring thee word, for Herod will seek the child to destroy him. When he arose, he took the young child and his mother by night, and departed into Egypt, and was there until the death of Herod, that it might be fulfilled which was spoken of the Lord by the prophet, saying, Out of Egypt have I called my son. Then Herod, when he saw that he was mocked of the wise men, was exceedingly wroth, and sent forth and slew all the children that were in Bethlehem, in all the coast thereof, from 2 years old and under, according to the time which he has diligently inquired of the wise men. Then was fulfilled that which was spoken by Jeremy the prophet, saying, In Ramah was there a voice heard, lamentation and weeping and great mourning. Rachel weeping for her children, and would not be comforted, because they are not. But when Herod was dead, behold, an angel of the Lord appeareth in a dream to Joseph in Egypt, saying, Arise, and take the young child and his mother, and go into the land of Israel, for they are dead which sought the young child's life. And he arose and took the young child and his mother, and came into the land of Israel. But when he heard that Archelaus, I don't know that name, did reign in Judea in the room of his father Herod, he was afraid to go thither. Notwithstanding, being warned of God in a dream, he turned aside into the parts of Galilee. And he came and dwelt in a city called Nazareth, that it might be fulfilled which was spoken by the prophets, he shall be called a Nazarene. Chapter 3. In those days came John the Baptist, preaching in the wilderness of Judea, and saying, Repent ye, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. For this is he that has spoken of the prophet Isaiah, saying, The voice of one crying in the wilderness, Prepare ye the way of the Lord, make his path straight. And the same John had his raiment of camel's hair, and a leather girdle about his loins, and his meat was locusts and wild honey. Then went out to him in Jerusalem, in all Judea, and all the regions around Jordan, and were baptized of him in Jordan, confessing their sins. But when he saw many of the Pharisees and Sadducees come to his baptism, he said unto them, O generation of vipers, who hath warned you to flee from the wrath to come? Bring forth therefore fruits meet for repentance. And think not to say within yourselves, We have Abraham to our father. For I say unto you that God is able of these stones to raise up children unto Abraham. And now also the axe is laid unto the root of the trees. Therefore every tree which bringeth not forth good fruit is hewn down and cast into the fire. I indeed baptize you with water unto repentance. But he that cometh after me is mightier than I, whose shoes I am not worthy to bear. He shall baptize you with the Holy Ghost and with fire, whose fan is in his hand, and he will thoroughly purge his floor, whose fan is in his hand, and he will thoroughly plunge his floor, and gather his wheat into the garner, but he will burn up the chaff with unquenchable fire. Y'all, this Old Testament book, or this old style book, is getting me. Oh, I need my easy version. All right, where was I? Verse 13. Then cometh Jesus from Galilee to Jordan unto John to be baptized of him. But John forbade him, saying, I have need to be baptized of thee, and comest thou to me? And Jesus answering said unto him, Suffer it to be so now, for thus it becometh us to fulfill all righteousness. Then he suffered him. And Jesus, when he was baptized, went up straightway out of the water, and lo, the heavens were opened unto him, and he saw the Spirit of God descending like a dove and lighting upon him. And lo, a voice from heaven saying, This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased. Chapter 4. Then was Jesus led up of the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted of the devil. And when he had fasted 40 days and 40 nights, he was afterward a-hungered. And when the tempter came to him, he said, If thou be the Son of God, command that these stones be made bread. But he answered and said, It is written, Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of God. Then the devil taketh him unto the holy city, and setteth him on a pinnacle of the temple, and saith unto him, If thou be the Son of God, cast thyself down, for it is written, He shall give his angels charge concerning thee, and in their hands they shall bear thee up, lest any time thou dash thy foot against a stone. Jesus said unto him, It is written again, Thou shalt not tempt the Lord thy God. Again the devil taketh him up into an exceeding high mountain, and showeth him all the kingdoms of the world and the glory of them, and said unto him, All these things will I give thee, if thou wilt fall down and worship me. Then saith Jesus unto him, Get thee hence, Satan, for it is written, Thou shalt worship thy God, and him only shalt thou serve. Then the devil leaveth him, and behold, angels came and ministered unto him. Now when Jesus had heard that John was cast into prison, he departed into Galilee. And leaving Nazareth, he came and dwelt in Capernaum, which is upon the seacoast, in the borders of Zebulun and Nephthalim, that it might be fulfilled, which was spoken by Isaiah the prophet, saying, The land of Zebulun and the land of Nephthalim, by the way of the sea beyond Jordan, Galilee of the Gentiles. The people which sat in darkness saw great light, and to them which sat in the region and shadow of death light is sprung up. From that time Jesus began to preach and to say, Repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. And Jesus, walking by the sea of Galilee, saw two brethren, Simon called Peter, and Andrew his brother, casting a net into the sea, for they were fishers. And he saith unto them, Follow me, and I will make you fishers of men. And they straightway left their nets and followed him. And going on from thence, he saw other two brethren, James the son of Zebedee, and John his brother, in a ship with Zebedee their father, mending their nets, and he called them. And they immediately left the ship and their father and followed him. And Jesus went about all Galilee, teaching in their synagogues and preaching the gospel of the kingdom, and healing all manner of sickness and all manner of disease among the people. And his fame went throughout all Syria, and they brought unto him all sick people that were taken with divers diseases and torments, and those which were possessed with devils, and those which were lunatic, and those that had the palsy, and he healed them. And there followed him great multitudes of people from Galilee, and from Decapolis, and from Jerusalem, and from Judea, and from beyond Jordan. Good Lord, can't get it out. And chapter 5, and seeing the multitudes, he went up into a mountain, and when he was set, his disciples came unto him, and he opened his mouth and taught them, saying, Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are they that mourn, for they shall be comforted. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. Blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake. Rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so persecuted they the prophets which were before you. Ye are the salt of the earth, but if the salt have lost its savor, wherewith shall it be salted? It is thenceforth good for nothing, but to be cast out and to be trodden under foot of men. Ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid. Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and it giveth light unto all that are in the house. Let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works, and glorify your Father which is in heaven. Think not that I came to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law, till all be fulfilled. You know, that's something that we talk about all the time. Was the law fulfilled? Well, right here in this older version of the Bible, it talks about this. And it says, in no wise pass from the law till all be fulfilled. So he's saying that we should still be upholding the laws, even if it's who did, Billy? Who's what's going on? Oh, I'm so sorry to hear about that. Your son Zach's in the hospital, and you said they're doing an EEG tomorrow? Yes, we'll pray for him. Dear Heavenly Father, we come to you and ask that you put your hands over Billy's son, Zach, who is in the hospital, Lord. I don't know the whole situation of what's going on, but you're the great healer, the great provider. We know that through you all things are possible, Lord. So we ask that you give him total and complete healing. Touch him, give him comfort, give him peace, give Billy and his wife peace and comfort. And we ask all of this in Jesus Christ's name. Amen. Yeah. I'm sorry, Billy. I didn't know that your son was in the hospital. All right, I'm going to finish out chapter 5, and then we're going to jump over to some Bible trivia. All right, where was I? All right, chapter 5, verse 19. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven. For I say unto you, that except your righteousness shall exceed the righteousness of the scribes and Pharisees, ye shall in no case enter the kingdom of heaven. Ye have heard that it was said by them of old time, Thou shalt not kill, and whosoever shall kill shall be in danger of the judgment. But I say unto you, that whosoever is angry with his brother without a cause shall be in danger of the judgment, and whosoever shall say to his brother, Raca, I don't know what that is, R-A-C-A, shall be in danger of the council. Hold on, I did bring something else with me today too. On top of all of it, what's that? Got my Bible dictionary, so we can actually look that word up. Because okay, so Raca or Raca, however you pronounce it, R-A-C-A, means word of reproach, meaning empty or ignorant, that the Hebrew writers borrowed from the Aramaic language. Jesus used it in Matthew chapter 5, verse 22 as a strong term of derision, second only to fool. He placed it in the context of anger and strongly condemned one who would use it of another person. So now we know. All right. But whosoever shall say, thou fool, shall be in danger of hellfire. Therefore, if thou bring thy gift to the altar, and there rememberest that thy brother hath aught against thee, leave there thy gift before the altar, and go thy way. First be reconciled to thy brother, and then come and offer thy gift. Agree with thine adversary quickly, while thou art in the way with him, lest at any time the adversary deliver thee to the judgment, and the judge deliver thee to the officer, and thou be cast into prison. Verily I say unto thee, thou shalt by no means come out thence till thou hast paid the uttermost farthing. Ye have heard that it was said by them of old time, Thou shalt not commit adultery. But I say unto you, that whosoever looketh on a woman to lust after her hath committed adultery with her already in his heart. And if thy right eye offend thee, pluck it out, and cast it from thee. For it is profitable for thee that one of thy members should perish, and not thy whole body should be cast into hell. And if thy right hand offend thee, cut it off, and cast it from thee. For it is profitable for thee that one of thy members should perish, and not that thy whole body should be cast into hell. It had been said, Whosoever shall put away his wife, let him give her a writing of divorcement. But I say unto you, that whosoever shall put away his wife, saving for the cause of fornication, causeth her to commit adultery, and whosoever shall marry her that is divorced committeth adultery. Again, ye have heard that it hath been said by them of old time, Thou shalt not forswear thyself, but shalt perform unto the Lord thy oaths. But I say unto you, swear not at all, neither by heaven, for it is God's throne, nor by the earth, for it is his footstool, neither by Jerusalem, for it is the city of the great king. Neither shalt thou swear by thy head, because thou canst not make one hair white or black. Ooh, that's nice. They gave me some shade. I don't know who that was though. Okay, where was I? But let your communication be yea, ye, nay, nay, for whatsoever is more than these cometh of evil. Ye have heard that it hath been said, An eye for an eye, and a tooth for a tooth. But I say unto you, that ye resist not evil, but whosoever shall smite thee on thy right cheek, turn to him the other also. And if any man will sue thee at the law, and take away thy coat, let him have thy cloak also. And whosoever shall compel thee to go a mile, go with him twain, which I'm assuming means twice. Give to him that asketh thee, and from him that would borrow of thee, turn not thou away. Ye have heard that it hath been said, Thou shalt love thy neighbor, and hate thine enemy. But I say unto you, love your enemies, bless them that curse you, do good to them that hate you, and pray for them which despitefully use you and persecute you. I think that is one of the hardest things in the world to do in this day and age, is to pray and wish good upon someone that is ugly towards you and wishes bad on you. That ye may be the children of your Father which is in heaven, for he maketh his sun to rise on the evil and on the good, and sendeth rain on the just and on the unjust. For if ye love them which love you, with what reward have ye? Do not even the publicans the same? And if ye salute your brethren only, what do ye more than others? Do not even the publicans so? Be ye therefore perfect, even as your Father which is in heaven is perfect. All right, I'm going to stop there. That's the end of chapter 5. It is very hard, Amy. Yes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I got some good old Bible trivia for y'all. I hope y'all are ready, because I got some good hard Bible trivia. Because the better y'all get at it, the more I've gotta test you. I think so, Christina. I think that you can love someone and not like you don't have to like their sin. You don't have to like their behavior. Doesn't mean you don't love them, but I mean, also we're not supposed to judge them. I mean, you can righteously judge. Don't let me go on that tangent, but you can righteously judge, but do we really know what righteous judgment is, honestly? I think the only one that could really righteously judge was Jesus. Hey, Andrew, what up, bro? Happy to see you in here. Well, you missed the Bible reading. I forgot my ESV Bible, so I had to go old school with King James, and this is not a new King James. It's an old school King James. So we all know that Amber had a hard time pronouncing words. That's okay. I hope y'all are ready for some Bible trivia. Get your Bibles out. Try not to use Google, but if you must, I understand. All right, and I will. That way you can play tonight, Christy. I'm gonna keep score. All right. So some of these are easy, some of them are pretty hard. What book of the Bible has this verse? And God saw everything that he had made, and behold, it was very good. Oh, you got it, Andrew. I know you said genius, but meant Genesis. But yes. Genesis is correct. All right. Which book of the Bible tells the story of a young girl that becomes queen and saves the Jews from a horrible villain? He did, Christine. Oh, Brandy got it. The correct answer is Esther. Okay, so this one, I don't know why it says, I guess it just gives you like a specific Bible sometimes. But this one says in the New American Standard Bible, after Uriah's murder, who was the prophet that warned David of his son's death? You typed Easter? It's them big fingers. I get it. After Uriah's murder, who was the prophet that warned David of his son's death? So I'll give you guys a bonus question too. Who is Uriah? Does anybody know who Uriah was? To David, by the way. Who was he to David? Come on, you guys know this. You know this. I promise you, you know this. Nope, not his cousin. He was a soldier, so I will give you that, Christine. Now, can you tell me? I'm going to give you that point because that is... He was a high-ranking officer for King David. So, why would David's son die after Uriah died? Why would King David's son die after Uriah died? Hi, Deanna. What are you doing? Huh? What about it? Not yet, you can't. No. That is correct, Brandy. So I'm going to give you a point for that one. That was another bonus question. All right, so now that we know who Uriah was, right? And we know why David's son died. Who was the prophet that warned David of his son's death? You got it, Jules. Hey, welcome in. I ain't seen your thing on here in a while. Okay, what relation is David to Solomon in the Bible? What relation is David to Solomon in the Bible? That's right, Brandy. Nancy. Hey, Nancy. All right, next question. Old documents containing accounts similar to the Bible were discovered in 1947 in caves in the desert near Jericho. What name has been given to them? Oh, you got it, Brandy. The Dead Sea Scrolls. Okay, I'm skipping over that question because that's something that has nothing to do with it. Okay, what is the collective name for the first 4 books in the New Testament of the Bible? You got it, Brandy. The Gospels.
That's what I was going to say.
Did you?
That was the ones that put my understanding really into this.
My hubby got to missing me. I ain't even been gone. Well, however long we've been on live, so he had to come up here and sit with me. Okay. What is the first word in the New International Version of the Bible? If you don't have the New International... It's supposed to be... Yes, the New Testament, Deanna. You got it, Brandy. Jules, in. In the Bible, Genesis is the first book of the Old Testament. But what is the first book of the New Testament? Hey, Tori. Matthew. All right, Sabrina, that was quick. So some of the, like I said, it's kind of a mixture. Some of them are pretty easy and some of them are pretty hard. All right, next one. Which warrior and former spy is credited with writing a book of the Bible, which is also named after him? Which warrior and former spy is credited with writing a book of the Bible, which is also named after him? Oh, Nancy got it. Joshua. That is correct. I always love this story. Which biblical patriarch passed a night wrestling with an angel? You don't remember that story, do you? You got it, Brandy. Jacob. Brandy is on fire. Y'all better get quicker at answering these. Give her a run for her money. So, Deanna, it was which biblical patriarch passed a night wrestling with an angel? And it was Jacob. Okay, I'm going to skip over that one because that has nothing to do with the Bible. All right, in the King James Bible, the shortest verse, Jesus wept, recounts Jesus' reaction to the death of what man? Oh, okay. Deanna says, hey, Jason.
Hey.
Oh, you got it, Jules. Lazarus. That is correct. In the Bible, the book of Genesis states that Noah's Ark came to rest in the mountains of Ararat. In what modern country is Mount Ararat located? Hey, Linda. Long time no see, girlfriend. You got it, Brandy. It's in Turkey. Deanna, right behind you. This is a funny one. This is not a real question, and I don't know why it's on here. It's cute though. So it says and this is not a question if you don't know the answer. It can be a bonus question though. So if you know the answer, you can get a bonus point. It says the brothers in 7 Brides for 7 Brothers are given their names from the Bible. What is the 6th brother called? And this is Lee's favorite name to use when she doesn't know the answer or doesn't want to answer it because she didn't want to have to pray. I understand, Linda. Glad to have you on here. Oh, you're so close, Deanna. It's not Fred, though.
Huh?
Okay. Okay. So the answer is Frank. Frank is the answer. And I don't know, if you've never seen the movie 7 Brides for 7 Brothers, you might not know that. So it's an old movie, but it's a goodie. So if you haven't seen it, you should watch it. And this right here says Frank is short for frankincense. So the other brothers are Adam, Benjamin, Caleb, Daniel, Ephraim, and Gideon. I thought that was cute. I mean, it is though, Valor. It was made in the 60s? When they first came out with Technicolor? Oh my goodness. Well, you know what? We love you anyway, so it doesn't matter. I like Technicolor, and that's one of my favorite movies. And you're one of my favorite ladies. I'll tell you, I've got one that might stump some of you. My favorite movie of all time is called The Big Trees. And it's got one of my favorite actors in it. Does anybody know who that is that plays in the movie The Big Trees? Oh, did I stump you, Christine? Never heard of that movie? So it's got the other Douglas in it. Yep, Jules got it. Kirk Douglas. That's right. That was my man. You love Meet Me in St. Louis? I'm a big Kirk Douglas fan. Not so much of his son, Michael Douglas, but I like Kirk Douglas. He also played in Helen of Troy, or a version of Helen of Troy. And then there's several movies that he was in that I love. But he's just so sassy, and I liked it. Okay, back to Bible trivia. Which apostle is usually credited with writing Acts in the Bible? Not Paul. You got it, Nancy? Luke. Hey, Britt. If you've never seen that movie, I suggest watching it, though. It's really good. I'll kind of give you a little rundown of it. It's about an Amish group that are trying, the U.S. Department of whatever, agriculture, whatever, it was trying to sell the land out from underneath them because they never had a full land title, and they can't come up with the money to get the title. And so Kirk Douglas is kind of a creep, and he goes in and tries to, cut down all the trees and sell them for profit, but then he falls in love and wants to help them, and it's a good movie. Ooh, The Hamilton Women. That sounds familiar, but I don't know if I've actually seen it. I love older movies. I think they're so much better than anything they come out with now. All right. The King James Bible makes numerous references to fire and brimstone. But what exactly is brimstone? You got this, Britt. I have faith in you. Yeah, I love me some John Wayne. Yes, Amy. If you like good movies, good old movies, I love The Big Trees. That's my favorite movie. Need to get worked up for Bert's Live. My live's not good enough for you, Deanna? I'm just playing. The King James Bible makes numerous references to fire and brimstone, but what exactly is brimstone? Aw, thank you, Tori. Oh, you got it, Jules, and then Brandy was right behind you. It's sulfur. Ooh, this is a good one. Genesis is the first book of the Old Testament of the Bible. What is the fifth book or the last of the Torah? Genesis is the first book of the Old Testament of the Bible. What is the fifth book or the last of the Torah? Oh, Brandy got it. Deuteronomy. I couldn't give y'all a hint because if I said, the only hint that I really had for it, you guys would have gave it away too easy. In the book of the Bible, Satan is referred to as Abaddon and Apollyon. Where in the New Testament section would we find this? Hey, Myra. You got it, Brandy, in Revelations. According to the Bible, who was the world's first person to get drunk? And this is a story that kind of broke my heart. If you know who it's talking about. Oh, I gotta do my puzzle piece. All right. That is correct, Brandy, and then right after you is Deanna. So Noah, I don't know if you remember, Noah gets drunk and passes out naked in his tent, and his son goes in and looks at him and makes fun, and his brothers go in and cover him. It's kind of sad. So who did I say got that right? It was Brandy. Okay. In biblical scholarship, what is the main reason the Gospel of St. Mark is widely considered to be the earliest gospel? Does anybody know this? We'll use this as a bonus because that's kind of hard and I wouldn't have gotten this. In Leviticus, it says to uncover nakedness is like lying with your father's wife. Huh? I'm not sure exactly what you mean, Brandy. So we can use this as another bonus. If you aren't sure, that's fine. I wouldn't have gotten this one. But I'm going to read it one more time and then we'll go to the next one if nobody knows. Well, I'll give you the answer, but... In biblical scholarship, what is the main reason the Gospel of St. Mark is widely considered to be the earliest gospel? Okay, so nobody's answered, so I'm going to tell you it says it contains no mention of Jerusalem's temple. Some people think that Ham slept with his mother. I don't know. I don't remember it ever saying that in in the Old Testament. So I would have to definitely go back and check that out, because I don't remember it saying that. And then here it says, many scholars believe that the destruction of the Temple of Jerusalem was too culturally and religiously significant an event for the author of the Gospel of St. Mark to merely have overlooked mentioning it. Therefore, it is assumed to have been written prior to AD 70. Yeah, Maria, I'm not sure. Leviticus 18 and 20. Well, let's look at it. You said 18. Hold on.
Yeah.
This is talking
Did
about,
I give you a ride home?
this is the rules that God gave to Moses. I don't know if it's speaking of his son actually. Okay, you say Leviticus chapter 18, verse 17. It says, thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of a woman and her daughter, neither shalt thou take her son's daughter or daughter's daughter to uncover her. So this is rules that God was giving to Moses. I don't think this is actually talking about his son sleeping with his wife. Yeah, these are rules that he's given. Because then it goes on to say, thou shalt not profane the name of the Lord thy God. I am the Lord. Thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind. It is an abomination. So I think you were talking about it uncovering nakedness, weren't you? Not him sleeping with his... I get you. Okay, next question. Oh, that's what you have. It's called a Bible bump. This is not... Okay, I get it now. That's not really a Bible question.
What did you mean by that?
Your ganglion cyst that you get right there. It's called a Bible bump.
Oh.
Okay, according to the Bible, who was the world's first murderer? You got it, Nancy. Cain. What ancient disease mentioned often in the Bible is caused by a bacterium that grows at cooler temperatures than many others? This is kind of a tough one. What ancient disease mentioned often in the Bible is caused by a bacterium that grows at cooler temperatures than many others? Britt said, say what now? You got it, Britt. Yay!
Hey.
Leprosy.
Look what Aiden gave me. Uh-oh. Anyways, see what Aiden gave me?
No, I didn't.
It was a golf ball.
Yep, leprosy is the correct answer.
That's what I was going to say.
Hush. This has interesting information also. So it says leprosy is much less contagious than implied in biblical sources. You know what? My Bible's right. They're not, so we're not going to listen to that part. Its predilection for cooler temperatures explains the increased involvement of less central body parts, such as the tip of the nose and digits. Armadillo foot pads are the animal host used in many research projects involving leprosy. And did you know you can still get leprosy from armadillos? Leviticus 18:7. In which two books of the Bible can the Ten Commandments be found? I didn't know until this year that you could get leprosy from armadillos. Let's see. I'll give you a point, Brandy, and Myra a point because you both got it. Wait a minute. Hold on. Brandy got it. I'll give all three of y'all a point. Y'all both. You could put Exodus and Deuteronomy, but so Christy. Was it Christy, Myra, and no, Amy, Brandy, and Myra.
I don't think so. Go back to the camping.
Okay.
I love you.
I love you.
I love you more.
Go away.
All right. See y'all guys later.
You hit send too soon? No, Cajun honey, you got it right.
I'm going away.
Maria and Amy says bye, Jason.
Bye-bye.
Tori says bye. Britt says bye.
Bye.
He says bye, y'all. He's got to work in the morning, so he's going to go home and chill. All right. What is the only country to have a Bible appear on it? Ooh, this is a good one. We'll use this as a bonus, though, because I wouldn't know this. So we got lots of bonuses tonight. What is the only country to have a Bible appear on its national flag? The Narts. Yes, the Narts. What is the only country to have a Bible appear on its national flag? You can use Google. Not Turkey. Oh, Christine got it. Dominican Republic. That is correct. The Dominican Republic. Oh, you're good, Brandy. Okay. A statue of a naked young biblical hero was unveiled in 1504 in Florence. Who is the hero? We can use this as a bonus. This is another one that I'm not. Some of these are a bunch of just random Bible associated facts. Oh, you got it, Amy. Correct. Uh-oh. David is the correct answer. How old did the first man named in the Bible live to be? So, AKA Adam. How old did Adam live to be? He lived to be older than that. Oh, shoot. You're really close, Christine, with the first answer. Oh, Tori, you're so close. Oh, Jules got it. 930. Adam was 930 when he died. Okay, so what number psalm is "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want"? That is a very long time. Oh, Maria, nope. Somebody got it before you. Hold on. Nancy and then Maria and Brandy. Yep, the 23rd Psalm. Sometimes I can remember all of it, and sometimes I can't. I don't know. I have the sometimers. Sometimes I remember, sometimes I don't. What biblical item measured 300 by 50 by 30 cubits? What biblical item measured 300 by 50 by 30 cubits? Oh, yep, Brandy and then Maria, y'all are on it. The ark. Who are the only 3 angels mentioned by name in the Bible? Who are the only 3 angels mentioned by name in the Bible? I'm telling you, Amy. Gabriel, Michael, and Uriel. Nope. You have 2 of those correct, Brandy. Uriel was not an angel mentioned in the Bible. Nope. Oh, I think Amy's got it. Well, yes. Oh, Amy, look at you. That is correct. So it would be Lucifer, Michael, and Gabriel. Okay, what material were the Levite priests specifically forbidden to wear in Israel in the Israeli biblical days of old? I don't know why they're wording it like that. In the Old Testament, what material were the Levite priests specifically forbidden to wear? You forget Lucifer was an angel? I know. You got it, Brandy. Wool. Okay, this one's hard, but it's a cute one, so I'm going to give it to you anyways. And I think you'll get it. All right, which number is the atomic number of magnesium, the number of pence in a shilling, and the number of sons Jacob had in the Bible? Yep, Brandy got it, 12. You are on fire, girlfriend. All right. Oh, let me go back. That was... Okay, so that was the end of the regular questions. Hold on. Wait a minute. Maybe not. Okay, next, I found some more. Maybe. No, I did not. What is that? Okay. Okay, it says there's 20,000 questions on here, but I don't see that. What I do see, what is the smallest country in the world? That's Vatican. Yeah, Vatican City. Okay, so this is something we can do together, and we'll see if we get it correct. It's a one-time timed game, and I will let you guys pick the answers. So, all right. Question 1. A cold-blooded serpent tricked Eve in the book of Genesis, but what type of cold-blooded creatures greatly distressed the Egyptians in the book of Exodus? You got eels, crocodiles, frogs, or lizards? Okay, I've seen multiple. It says frogs, so we'll pick frogs. What the book of Judges tells us that Samson overcame a lion with brawn and bare hands, but what kind of creature did he cunningly use to destroy the Philistines' crops by attaching firebrands to their tails? You have snakes, foxes, horses, or oxen. Brandy says foxes. Maria says fox. Jill says fox, so we're picking fox. According to the King James Bible, what kind of bird did the Hebrews eat while wandering in the wilderness? Pheasants, waterfowl, quails, or sparrows? You all say quails? Okay. The Gospels say that John the Baptist used camel hair for clothing, but what insects did he consume in place of meat? And we now know that it might not have actually been insects. It might have been a fruit. So wasp, beetles, flies, or locusts? Okay, locusts. According to the Bible, what kind of animals died in the waters of the Red Sea after Moses and the rest of the Israelites had safely crossed over? Sheep, horses, cattle, or pigs? Jules says horses. Brandy says orcas. Christine says horses. Okay. In the book of Judges, what kind of insects took up residence in the carcass of the lion which Samson had killed? Ants, locusts, flies and maggots, or bees? Nancy says bees. Brandy says bees. I think we're pretty sure that one's correct. According to the Gospels, King James Version, what kind of creature made a noise when Peter denied any association with Jesus? A dog, a duck, a horse, or a rooster? Because I'm not going to say the word it has instead. A rooster? Because I might get banned from TikTok. In the Bible, we read that some naughty children teased the prophet Elijah about his bald head. Suddenly, some creatures came out of the woods and ate 42 of the youngsters. What kind of animal? The way they say youngsters after saying ate them. What kind of animals were these? Bears, lions, jackals, or wolves? Brady says bear. Yes, Britt, that's the word that it wanted me to use. Amy says bear, so we're picking bears. In the book of Daniel, the faith maintained by Daniel spared him from being eaten by what kind of animals? Bears, lions, rats, or wolves? Lions, okay. According to the book of Acts, what type of creature bit the apostle Paul when he was on the island of Melita? A viper, a dog, a spider, a mule? Britt says, I like these questions better. Everybody says viper. Britt says a rooster. Girl, you're so silly. The Bible tells us that the Queen of Sheba came to Jerusalem to visit King Solomon, but what kind of animals are said to have accompanied her? Elephants, camels, horses, or baboons? Okay, we have elephants and camels. One elephant, two camels. Tori says camels as well. Amy says camels. Are we picking camels? I think we're picking camels. In the book of Genesis, Abraham was about to slay his son Isaac as a sacrifice to the Lord, but an angel stopped him at the last minute. An animal that was stuck in a nearby thicket was sacrificed instead. What kind of animal was it? A goat, a ram, a gazelle, or a calf? Y'all say ram? All right. The Gospels say that Jesus drove some evil spirits into some animals, which then ran into the sea and drowned. What kind of animals were these? Rats, pigs, horses, or dogs? Pigs. In the book of 1 Kings, what kind of creatures kept the prophet Elijah alive by bringing him bread and meat when he dwelt by the brook of Cherith? Cherith? I don't know if that's right. Dogs, eagles, apes, or ravens? You say ravens? Okay. According to the book of Exodus, which animal provided the blood that was used to make a sign which spared the Hebrews from God's wrath in Egypt? A calf, a lamb, a foal, or a piglet? Okay. All right. You guys got a perfect score. Correct on all 15. Yay. All right. Yes, y'all did great. All right, this is 250, and we're not going to do all of them right now. I'm going to save this page. 250 of the hardest Bible trivia questions. So we're going to do 10, okay? Yes, it's online. Y'all ready? How many baskets were left over after Jesus fed the 5,000? I know you guys got this, though. How many baskets were left over after Jesus fed the 5,000? Brandy says 12. The correct answer is 12. The high priest of Jerusalem that put Jesus on trial, what was his name? What was the name of the high priest that put Jesus on trial? I think you're misspelling it, but I'm going to give it to you because I'm pretty sure that you're saying the correct one, Brandy. It was Caiaphas. But I would have misspelled it too, so. Yep. Add another A after the I, and then you got it. Or the U needs to be an A. I don't know. Hey, Brittany. All right. According to the Gospel of Matthew, Jesus's first public sermon happened where? Where was Jesus's first sermon? On the Mount. That is right, Brandy. Who were the first apostles Jesus called to follow him? So there's two. And we just read over this a while ago. Who were the first apostles Jesus called to follow him? You got it. Brandy says Andrew and Peter. Yep. Okay. Paul is from what tribe? So you know the 12 tribes. What tribe is Paul from? Benjamin, yes. Y'all gonna have to catch up. Brandy is killing it tonight. She is doing a great job. All right, how many people entered Noah's Ark? She is on fire. Oh, Nancy got it. 8. That is correct. Linda got it. Yep. All right. What did Joshua command to stay still? What did Joshua command to stay still? Brandy said, I'll quit. The sun and what else, Brandy? Because you already got that part right. That's right, Amy. She says, we never quit. Okay, so I'm going to give Brandy and Christine a point because Brandy got half, Christine got the other. It's the sun and the moon. Who let the Israelites return to their homeland? Who let the Israelites return to their homeland? Oh, you got it right, Brandy. Cyrus. All right, last question. How many plagues are in Exodus? How many plagues are in Exodus? You got it, Jules. 10. All right, Brandy, you unequivocally won this round. Brandy won with 22 points. Girlfriend. That was really good. All I know is I need to keep reading. That's right, Christy. Brandy wins. We can winner chicken dinner. All right. And I saved this so we will have it to use again because that was not all of the questions. So Is Brandy AI? Brandy, are you AI? She said, are you, Courtney says, are you a pastor or just read the Bible a lot? You know, some people have eidetic memories too. Wouldn't that be nice? Brandy says she's Apple. Y'all are funny. Nancy, I have missed all of you. Brandy, we are going to have to get together. I forgot you're from Northeast Arkansas. Yes, me too, girlfriend. I keep forgetting I got some peeps in here from Arkansas. So my husband moved job locations because he works for Pipeline, so that job shut down. They finished that yard up, and so we moved down to Lake Charles, Louisiana, and it's just been getting it, you know. You should, Amy. It is a wonderful place. Wonderful place. And the property there is cheap. It's a lot cheaper than a lot of places. I don't know. Brandy, are you the one that lives in Paragould? That's right. Okay. We didn't discuss that because we talked about how you probably know some of my husband's family. That's right. But yes, Arkansas is an amazing place. You know, growing up for the longest time, because Arkansas gets picked on, I did not want anybody to know I was from Arkansas because I've moved around all over. And I partially grew up in Tennessee too, so I just claimed Tennessee. But as an adult, I have fallen in love with the state I'm from, and I know, Brandy, I know, yes. Nancy, it is finally, we got settled. We're at the new RV park. And all of my classes are online, so I will be able to do lives again. I'm not gonna go late at night, so if you're working, you can catch me on the weekend if you're not able to catch me throughout the week. But I'm gonna try. I'm not gonna promise to it right now, but I'm gonna try to do Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 1 p.m. or 1:30 maybe, because sometimes Heidi's live goes over because it's getting good when they do their Bible study. But does she? Well, they has. Well, maybe you can come down and visit then. I have 5 classes this semester, so I'm taking general psychology, math for medical professionals. I've got to take English Comp 2 because I already had English Comp 1 from before. And then I have to take nutrition for health professionals. That is awesome, Brandy. Well, I will be here. So if you get a chance, maybe we can go have lunch or something. Nancy, I'm Central Time. I'm Central. Oh, are you talking to Courtney? You're taking 5 right now, too? Yes, Christy. I wish I'd kept my licensing for paramedic, because then I could have done a like an 18-month course and just got my bachelor's of RN. Now I'm starting from the bottom. Awesome. Yes. Holler at me. I would love to go eat lunch with you, or y'all could, if y'all want to come out here. This RV park's huge. Like, there's swimming and fishing. Like this truck's blocking, so you can't see the lake over there, but there's a pond here to fish in. And then there's pools back there. There's 3 pools. And I got 3 pools, and we can have guests swim. And then I haven't gotten in because I keep forgetting to buy a bathing suit. Like, I'm not a summer person, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I am a winter girly. I would rather be in a sweatshirt and Oh, that's all right, Jamie. So I haven't bought a bathing suit because I'm not a big swimmer anymore like I was as a teenager. But I am a winter girly, so I cannot wait for fall and winter time. Oh yeah. Yeah, we're at Jellystone, which I mean, it's nice. It's a lot more busy than where I was before. We were literally the last RV to leave our spot because my husband's the yard foreman, so he had to stay until the yard was completely closed down. So we were the last people there, and it got so quiet and peaceful. And all the people that lived around us in the actual houses were elderly, and they were sweet and quiet, and I loved it. And now here it's loud every weekend. They have live bands, which it's nice though. Yeah, Jamie, I'm in Lake Charles. So, I mean, it's not bad. It's kind of expensive, but they do have, the pools are included in the price of the RV park, and get to see duckies. And for the most part, it's quiet, Sunday through Thursday. So, not too much going on. I know, Jamie, and I was sitting here thinking about that. I was going to get in touch with you and Myra and Jamie Lee because me and Christy were talking about us girls that are right down here in Louisiana getting together for lunch. We have our 2 teenagers with us. Our oldest son doesn't live here. He lives in Arkansas. He was working with my husband, but he got laid off. He might be coming back though. But then my 17-year-old is with us, and then our 15-year-old. So we got 2 teenagers. So they're pretty chill. Yeah, we gotta, Christy and I are supposed to get a message together. I think all of you ladies are on the, oh no, Brandy. Pipeline's always hiring, girlfriend. I don't know what your husband did for a living, but Pipeline's always hiring. Yeah, Monroe. You're not in any of the chats. Are you not on the Facebook group, women's group? They make shocks. I don't know what all they're hiring for over here. Yeah, Christy, message her if you guys are friends on Facebook or whatever, and we can figure it out. Get with Myra and Tanya and all them to get together. What? I'll check it. I'm a moderator on that page. I don't know why. I check it every day to see if somebody requests to join. But they're always hiring, and if he can do any kind of equipment operating, or if he can drive a dump truck. The Facebook group is, I can show you what it looks like too, because that might be easier for some of y'all when you're looking on there. There's 2 Facebook groups on there. There's a women's only, no guys allowed. And then there's a one for everyone. Let's see. Pull up. I don't need that. Facebook group. All right. Tell him thank you. Oh, you'll tell him. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't, like I said, I don't know for sure what all they're hiring for at the moment, but I know that it's they're not going to start actually doing hiring till October because the yard hasn't fully started yet. But once they do, they're going to need people because they laid a lot of people off. And so a lot of those people, they'll just jump over to another oil group. So they're going to need people. But this right here is the women's TikTok group. It's Women's TT Bible Study. Oh, have a good night, Christine. I love you. So this is the women's group. If you go on Facebook, it'll be Women's TT Bible Study. It's a private group, but yeah, just send a request to join. And let me see. It shouldn't. Yeah, see, I don't have any member requests. What is this? I don't even know what that is. Yeah, see, there's no member request right now, but if you send another one, I don't know why. I approve every woman that comes on, so it should, if you send a request, I will approve. If you're a woman, not if you're a guy. Nothing against the guys, because I'm about to show y'all this one is for men and women, and this is what it looks like. This is our TikTok Kingdom Builders page. So if you want to join the Kingdom Builders page, this is what it looks like. See, now I just got a request that someone wanted to join, so let me pop over there. So I was saying, like, I try to always keep up with it. Wait a minute, that's not what. What'd I do? Oh, have a great night, Jamie. Yeah, we'll have to, here we go. New member request. Approve. There's Nancy. All right. Let me go back to that one so y'all can see there we go, Amy. Approve. Yeah, here's the Kingdom Builders. Again, this is for men and women. So if you want to join, please do. There's several of us on here that are moderators for the pages as well. So if I don't happen to see it, somebody else will. I believe on the Kingdom Builders page, let's see, I think Lee, myself, Jamie Lee, Heidi, are all moderators on that one. So if I don't see it, one of those beautiful ladies will see it and approve you. Let me go back to... All right. I don't know what this action thing is. Okay. Okay. But yeah, if you want to join, please do. We want everybody that wants to get on there. And I mean, we post when someone goes live, myself, Lee, Heidi, Tanya, any live that I'm watching, I will post it to those 2 Facebook groups. So if you're not on TikTok, but maybe you get the notifications for Facebook, you'll get that notification when you're part of the group that someone in the community has went live. So we post on there prayers, upbeat post about the Bible. We don't have a chat group for the Kingdom Builders, but we do have a chat group for the women's TikTok Bible study group. So, we get in there and encourage one another. People ask for prayers, kind of like they do on TikTok, but you can throw it in there. And all the ladies that we have like 83 members on the women's TikTok group, or the Facebook TikTok group. So you got all kinds of people in there that can pray for you, and will continue to pray for you when you post your prayers in there. It's kind of hard sometimes to see it on TikTok, so that's why I encourage you to go and join the women's group, because then you can post it in the chat and it's there. And when people get on, they'll see it and they'll pray for you and they'll do all of that. So, but it's a pretty great group of ladies on there. I'm thankful for all of y'all that are on there and in these lives. I've asked for many prayers. I'll take all the prayers I can get. And lots of ladies, it is, Linda. It's very nice. It is. We are encouraging to one another, kind of the same like we on here. Everyone's encouraging to one another. They love on each other. It's just more of this wonderful community on TikTok. Hey, what up, Alan? You missed the Bible trivia. Miss Brandy won. She was on fire tonight. So if you have any prayer requests, please throw it in the chat. And I'm going to invite a few folks up here. We on. What are you up to, Alan?
Just got home from church.
Good service tonight?
Oh, yeah, we had a youth service for our kids, prayed over our kids. It was a good time.
Oh, yeah. That's awesome. Your kids ready to go back to school?
My kids are all out of school, so yeah.
Oh.
Ready to go back
Isn't
to
that
college.
nice? I've got... Do what?
They're already back. They're about to start back college, but yeah.
Oh, okay. I have one that none of mine want to go to college, so I don't know what all they're going to do. My son's in trade, but my oldest has moved out. And then I got a 17-year-old that he doesn't want to go to college either. He wants to go straight into working. But, oh well. Can't make them do it, can we?
Nope. Oh,
That's all right, though. My oldest made more money than I ever made at his age, but,
I don't. For young men, I tell them all the time, AI ain't gonna take the place of an electrician or a plumber or a carpenter. And I'm an electrician, and everything I got's on the job training. So
I've
how
been
much you
trying
get,
to
Libby?
talk my oldest into doing an apprenticeship. He talked about doing journeyman, but he doesn't realize that he's like, oh, well, I can just do an apprenticeship on that one. I said, no, that one you actually got to get some certifications for that and then do an apprenticeship. So, but he talks about doing journeyman.
As an electrician?
Yeah.
Oh, just hire on with a construction company. That's hire on with an electrical contractor. Forget going to school because they ain't going. 90% of the time, they got my best friend is over hiring for an electrical contractor. He's an HSC supervisor, and unless they have to, unless they require that for the position he's trying to fill, if they got a degree, he puts them. Probably shouldn't say this, but unless he knows them, he's probably gonna put it in the back because they think they know more than what they really know, and they gonna want way more money than what they're really worth. Because no matter what, if you got the degree or not, if you know how to do the on-the-job stuff, it don't matter.
So do you guys normally have like someone who actually has a degree over all of it, and then you guys work underneath their licensing?
Yes, there'll be somebody in the company will be licensed. Yes, but I mean, I'm that license. And then plants, you working for 90% of the time as a sub, you working under an engineer who's got a license, an electrical license. So, but now, if he wants to go to electrical engineering, I would never deter anybody from that. I'm not deterring anybody from going to get an E&I degree. It's just,
Yeah.
you're going to be in a student. I mean, if mom and daddy can't afford it and you don't get a scholarship and you can't do it co-op, I mean, if you can't do it for when you're in high school and get your E&I certificate, so when you graduate, you can go straight to work, you're 2 years behind everybody else.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to pass them up just because you have a degree. Now, getting into plants, like as a working for a plant, yeah.
Yeah, I just told him to pick a career and stick with it. He likes pipelining, but he wants to do the welding side of it now, which I tried so hard when he was in high school to get him to go get his welding certification, and he could have hired on as a welder here. But
pipeline is a rough life, though. You see it, you've seen it.
It is, but it's a good one too, though. Like a lot of
don't get me wrong. I mean, there's money to be made. It's just hard to be a family man and be in the pipe. I mean, it's just because it's never right there by the house, you know.
Well, no, that's why the family's got to go with.
Unless you homeschool, you know.
I do homeschool, so we go with. Yep. And they're almost done. My oldest one got his GED, and I'm not encouraging anyone or discouraging them from doing it, but I mean, to me, a GED is as good as a high school diploma. So as long as they finish school, I don't care. And my two younger ones, that's what they want to do. They want to go get their GED and be done with school and go to work. So I'm like, you get it, and then you go do what you want to do.
Oh, I got to get off here. I got to finish feeding dogs, but I'll see y'all later.
All right, Alan, you have a wonderful night. Christy!
What's up?
It was a good live.
It was a good live. I took some screenshots. I'm going to text them to you. What the YouTube page looked like when I was trying to look at it.
Okay, thank you. Yes. I don't know what's going I'm new at this with the YouTube thing, so I'm going to play around with it a little bit and see, if I can't get that thing to work. But then I thought about trying to do, I think you got to have like so many followers to do like Patreon or something like Heidi was talking about. So yeah. I don't know how that's going to look, but
when is it threatening to go away again?
I don't know. I just know that if something was to happen, I want another platform.
Oh no, I agree.
Yeah. So, because I'm not as regular as I used to be on here, but I still want to get up and spread the word when I can and read the Bible with everybody and have a way to do that. So, I want to try to have something available now that I can link so that if something did happen, they can meet me over there or meet me in St. Louis.
I know it definitely can be done because I don't know her, but I've seen somebody else. And when she's doing her live, she's like, okay, my YouTube people, what did y'all like? So she's talking to both of them at the same time, but I don't know. It just seemed like there was a lag.
I don't know. But I did do, so I think I clicked a button that said slow-mo. So that might've been,
oh, it did
it was for the,
it did say something about slow-mo on your thing, on it. And I'm like, oh, I don't want to watch in slow-mo, but I thought it was something I hit.
Huh. Oh, Nancy says YouTube will change on 8/13. You have to prove ID to sign in and biometrics.
Oh.
I've had my YouTube channel for like 10 years or more. So I shouldn't have to do all that crud. And I've been with YouTube since YouTube came out. I would never posted anything on there, but I've had a YouTube channel since they came out. So it's been longer than 10 years, but that's craziness.
Yeah.
Either way, we'll figure something out. There's other places you'll need a real ID. Are you talking about that new ID they're talking about with the federal IDs?
You need it. What? I mean, you're gonna have to send that to them, scan it, and send your ID.
I don't know. I know they're talking about in order to fly or do anything, you're going to have to get a federal ID. I don't know why YouTube would require a federal ID.
Yeah, I went and get a real ID.
She says, yes, you'll need that to sign into apps. What?
That's
I
crazy.
haven't heard anything about that.
I am not scanning my driver's license to sign into an app.
No. I mean, if worse comes to worse, I'll go, Big Brother is watching. Well, they've been watching and they can kiss my tush because the only one I care about is Jesus, so they don't scare me.
They already have those IDs in Colorado, the real ID rabbit hole. Yep. We have them here too. You had to get them by May something.
For what?
Well, in order to fly, and we're flying in December, and so we all had to have a real ID. If you don't have one and you need to fly, you have to have a passport, or I don't know what else you have to have.
Well, they're saying now that a passport's not going to work. You got to have both. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I don't fly, so I don't care about that either.
To get into a federal building, I think you have to have one.
See, y'all, this is what I'm saying. Like, everybody, I'm not, and I don't mean to bring politics into it, but I'm not Republican or Democrat. I told everybody Trump was not going to be the be-all, end-all. Look at the crap he's pulling now. I mean, this is stupid.
Yep.
I don't like him. I don't like the Democrats. I don't like any of them. I think all of them need to get out, and we need to start from scratch.
Yeah.
And not have all this two-party crap. You got too many people with too much power, the 1% over the majority. Nancy said, don't comply. I'm not. I don't need all that stuff. I don't, we talked about taking a vacation out of the country, but I don't have to go out of the country. And I don't, I do have options of moving out of the country if I needed it, though. We're in that, put our faith in God, not the government. That's right.
Yep.
It doesn't scare me. That's why I don't watch the news. I don't pay attention to any of that stuff because I'm trying to keep my focus on God. And, it is going to be what it'll be. I'm waiting for somebody. I keep, thinking someone's going to shoot one of those EMPs, and they're going to end up shooting them all back and forth, and everybody's going to be screwed. Not anybody that knows how to hunt and fish and do all that stuff, but anybody that don't. Anybody that can't live without electronics is done for. Because I know not too long ago, what was it? A couple years ago, they were threatening that with them EMPs. I'm not, the only king I have is Jesus, and I don't bow down to Trump or Biden or none of these, people that they're not worth it.
Yep.
I didn't vote this last year either, and I voted the first time, but I didn't vote this last time. I said, you know what? I don't want no part in politics anymore. It's silly, and it's, the lesser of two evils is what you're choosing between.
And it's so crooked. Does our vote really count?
Not really, no. Nope. And, I noticed it. And I was for Trump the first time because I just wanted someone that was going to just not care. about being so politically correct, and they were just going to get in office and take care of business. That's all I wanted.
Yep.
You know, do your actual job and stop making it about, you know, all this crap. But, you know, he did some good in the first term and stuff, but the second time around, like, I just felt like it wasn't right. I just felt it. And I told my husband, I'm like, I'm not voting. I don't see any good coming from Trump because people have put him too much on a pedestal and are treating him like the Messiah.
Yep.
And so after that, I was like, you know, it just doesn't feel right. And I didn't vote. I was like, I don't care who gets it, because hopefully Jesus is going to touch them, and whoever's in office, just pray for them.
Well, this time it almost felt like it was let me show you I can do it again. Like, let me show you I can outpower and win this again.
Yeah. It just doesn't feel like anything that's getting passed makes any sense either.
No. Agreed.
What do we need these federal IDs for? We already have IDs. And, you know, I'm all for certain things that they were talking about doing, but I just feel like it's just gotten out of hand and off of what it was originally meant to be, and I just don't want no part of it.
Yep.
I don't want, you know, but there ain't no country better than, we're just feeling what some of the other countries were already feeling. You know, I seen a TikTok asking what people from other countries thought about what the U.S. was going through, and they're like, oh, well, they're finally feeling this and that, and they're Goliath's about to fall or something. And I'm like, y'all are morons. Do you not see what's went on in y'all's own countries? Are you kidding me? Like, you think you got room to talk? Because there were people from Australia talking on there, and I'm like, your people were being put in camps during COVID. Against your will.
Right.
Arrested in your own front yard for taking your dog out to use the bathroom without a daggone mask.
Oh.
Like, you ain't got no room to talk. In the UK, they're being, you know, jailed for preaching on the sidewalk. You have no room to talk.
Nope.
People in South Africa were sitting there talking. I'm like, you guys are, you know, constantly at war, you know, and can't get anything straight. You have no room to talk. Like, worry about your own, you know, country before you come worrying about somebody else's country. And it's just ridiculous. I'm like, y'all are so focused on everything that you shouldn't be focused on, that all this stuff keeps going on in the background behind you, you know, right under your noses. Usually if something's going on and it's being shoved in your face, it's because they don't want you to look this way at whatever else they're doing.
Yep.
If only we'd have learned that, you know, so many years ago.
They don't want you to go down that rabbit hole.
Oh, yeah. Yep. I mean, if you look back, though, so it wouldn't be like it is now. But you wouldn't have time to really get all these politicians that are in it for a lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
Because used to, you know, back, I think it was like 1834 is when it finally got passed. It might have been 1874 when it finally got passed. And it might have been 1834 when they tried to pass it the first time. I'm not sure. I'd have to go back and look. But I do know that they had tried to pass the, you know, before senators and governors and all of that were in the House of Representatives, were all per diem. So that means if you were not actively in office passing law, you didn't get paid. And then they voted again, and the people, like, so governors originally voted against it for the senators, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, then the senators were like, come on, you're going to get this too. So let's vote together and pass this. And they finally did. And so they got that swept away, and they were able to vote on their own income, increasing their income, vacation pay, all this and that. And that's where it really started going downhill. So, I mean, it's been over 100 years that it's been. But I mean, if we could go back to that and have senators and governors that have the same term limits as presidents, I think we could really make some headway, because then you don't have all that time to really schmooze with somebody and pay them off, and
Yeah.
make them stay quiet. Like they kind of treat senators and governors like they do little kids when they're trying to when the pedos are trying to, what do you call it, groom them. Well, they groom politicians. Every politician, I can almost guarantee you, started out with good intentions and was like, I want to do good for my country, I want to do good for this and that. And then they start getting groomed by these rich money people, pharmaceuticals, these big conglomerate corporations that are like, if you'll pass this and say yes on this, I'm going to throw this at you. Here's a beach house. Here's, $100,000. Here's this and that. And then they start saying, well, it's not doing me no good to not do what they ask, because then I don't get no money.
Yep. They give
I'm only making this, and this. And so they start, it's just the evil cycle over and over and over again. So until the people of the U.S. stand together and say, we're done with this, and you either put it down as term limits and you go back to per diem,
It's never going to change.
never going to change.
Nope. I agree.
Have a great night, Linda. Sorry if I got political on you guys. I'm not meaning to be political. I am not for either party. I am not for none of it.
Nancy said you should run for office.
I should run for office. They wouldn't like me, Nancy. I am too blunt. And they don't like blunt people. They want tushy kissers. And then I'd probably be, what is it called? Reagan or Kennedy'd real quick.
Huh.
Right? Amy, you're right. I mean, we do need to keep our eyes open and have discernment, but we're supposed to keep our hearts and our minds on God and not let all of this stuff influence our behavior and our attitudes. And we're not supposed to stress and worry about it. What's going on around us. We have no real effect over that, because while the many could make a change, the one standing alone is going to end up Kennedy. So, you know what I mean? Like, if the whole country would grow a pair and stand together, we might be able to get something done. But it is what it is.
Too much money changing hands, even for the ones that are not in office.
And if we could go back to the old ways, we could really put a dent in their pockets if more people would do gardening. Garden. Grow your own fruits and vegetables. Get you a few animals that you can put in the deep freezer every year.
Yep.
And start being more self-sustaining, and that's going to hit their pockets hard. But the moment we start doing that, then they're going to start saying, oh, you can't have a garden. Can't do this, can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
And until people stick together, it ain't going to matter. That's just like the whole COVID shot. I mean, you should not be forced to vaccinate. I don't care what anybody says. It's your body. You shouldn't have to take it. It causes too many issues when it's an unknown something that's not been around long enough. We don't know the side effects long term.
Right.
I'm not against vaccines. My kids have all been vaccinated. However, they were not vaccinated when they were little babies. I let them build up some immunity first. We didn't get their shots on time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I let my kids get bigger, and they got, the doctors and stuff try to make me feel bad about it, but I didn't care. I did not care. And I haven't had the flu vaccine since I stopped being a medic. The regulations are already big. They made it illegal to have chickens and farm animals in residential. Yeah. That goes based off of your county, though, honestly. So if you are in town, that's a city ordinance. If you're in the county usually doesn't have regulations like that. I know when I lived in town, we had some chickens, And it only took one person complaining about my rooster, and they was like, there's a city ordinance. And I'm like, well, then find me. They never find me, but it's pretty laid back in Arkansas compared to a lot of places out in the country. So they're not near as bad about it, but you got to be careful. You know, I suggest everyone own at least an acre of land, raise your own meat, grow your own vegetables, and you know, be happy. Read your Bible. Stay in the Word. That's the best thing in the world you can do. But yeah, I mean, it's coming. Like, we can already see it. The regulations they're putting out on, you know, now you got to have a federal driver's license instead of a regular, you know, I don't even know what the difference is, honestly. But, you know, until people, I don't know, maybe get scared enough or get mad enough to stand up and say something. I didn't realize it was so dark in here. Until people get mad enough and really stand up and say, okay, we're done putting up with it, and everyone stand together. And that means I don't care what sex, race, religion, or political party you're part of. When we all stand together, something will get done.
Right.
But, you know, that's why there's so much division now. They keep creating it between, you know, everyone. So...
And that's the problem. There's so much division. Nobody will never all stand together to go against something.
It is, Amy, but you know, one of the red heifers, they had all three, and now one of them's not actually qualifying for it, so they can't use it. But they're just trying to bring prophecy, and they're just like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. People are just silly. That's why I try not to watch any of that stuff. I used to be very much into politics and very much into the news, and you know, I'd get so angry over it.
I don't watch any of
You
that.
think they used that one and sacrificed it? They might have. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I was, you know, and a lot of people keep saying that they are ready for Jesus to come home. And in the Bible, I can't, don't quote me because I can't remember exactly where it is, but you're not supposed to wish for that. Like, you're supposed to want to do good here on the earth and enjoy your time here and live for the Lord. And I want to see grandchildren happen, you know. I mean, I want to meet Jesus eventually. But am I ready for it to happen now? I'd like to have grandkids someday. Like, I don't want to, you know, miss out on that. I don't want to miss out on seeing my kids hit all their milestones as adults.
No, I get it, but I don't want to be 100 either and be miserable.
No, I don't. But I don't want my kids or grandkids to suffer either. So if that's what it all is going to amount to, then I don't want that either.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I choose to be joyous and in the now and in the moment and not let all that crud bring me down. And I suggest you do the same, because all it's going to do is depress you.
Yep. I very seldom watch the news.
Yeah, I used to be big on it, and now I just don't watch that stuff anymore. I don't have the...
I hardly watch TV now.
Yeah. I watch documentaries about the Bible. That's really all I've been watching lately, or watching TikToks about, you know, the Bible. Yeah. Yeah. I just, I don't know. I'm not a big TV person anyways, but yeah, I watch a lot of documentaries. I was so mad though, girl, let me tell you something. I love me some Pluto TV, and I don't know if y'all know what that is. It's a free app that's kind of like old school cable. And, you know, they have shows live on there. You get commercials like normal, but they have good old shows on there. I love The Rifleman, and that's on there. But my favorite show that was on there was reruns of Jeopardy.
Oh.
They took my Jeopardy away. I said, what is wrong with you, Pluto? Like, that was my favorite thing to watch. And they took my Jeopardy away.
Yeah, YouTube TV has the game channel, and they always have Jeopardy on.
I love the old game shows. I really do. What's the one, we talked about this last time, what's the one where all of the celebrities were sitting up there kind of, it's like the old Hollywood Squares version, but it's
Match Game.
Match Game. Thank you.
Yep.
She's been girl, I'm telling you, I'm proud of myself if I can answer one throughout the whole show.
Oh, me too. I love this show, and I'm like, I didn't get one right. Why do I sit here and do this?
Right? You feel so stupid after watching it, but then it's so fun. Like, I want to learn new stuff.
And I just want to know, how do they know all of that? Like, how do they know all of that stuff?
So I will say I learned, if you watch White Men Can't Jump, you know, her whole thing was to go on Jeopardy. So I Googled it after that. Well, when I was older, because I've seen it when it came out, but I Googled it when I was older, and they give you like a list of reading material.
Oh.
So they have like, you don't know specifically what it's going to be about, but they give you kind of like, if you know you're going to have geography, it might be over South America, or it might be over Europe or whatever. And so they kind of give you, you know, stuff you got to learn.
Study point. Oh.
Yes, you do learn, Amy. I do. I don't always retain all of it because I told you guys I have some timers. Sometimes I remember it, sometimes I don't.
Well, that's like sometimes when you repeat a question, I'm like, oh, I remember the question, but I sure don't remember that answer.
Yeah, I you know what? That's why I tell everybody. They're like, oh, well, I don't know all of that. And I'm like, I don't either. Why do you think I'm glad I'm the one asking the questions? Amy says I have the most timers. I call it some timers, but I also have the pause brain. And that does not help my sometimes.
Okay.
So I'll be sitting there. Oh, I got so mad at myself yesterday, girl. I was in the kitchen of my camper and I went to walk in the bedroom and Sophia stopped me to say something. And then I went to walk in the room and I'm like, why did I come in here?
Couldn't remember.
I couldn't remember why I got up to go to the room. I don't know. I never did remember.
Oh, gosh. That happens often.
Uh-huh. Like I know. Yeah, it's...
Or even if I'm working and I send an email and like about an hour will pass and I'm like, did I email that person? I have to go look in my sent just to see if I really sent the email or not. I'm like, this is terrible.
Absolutely. Like me and Lee were talking earlier. She's like, I have to write everything down or I'll forget. And I'm like, even when I write it down, I forget where I put it and what book it's in.
Yep.
Like I have too many notebooks or I'll write it on a piece of paper, set that piece of paper down. Guess what? It got thrown away.
No doubt.
Yeah, I don't know. I have so many, like, even I have timers or alarms, not timers, alarms, dadgummit, to remind me to take my medicine every day, to remind me to brush my teeth, and to drink water. It's pitiful. Like, good Lord, man, I used to not be this bad. Okay, I've always been bad about medicine because, like, I forget that stuff.
I do it in the morning when I brush my teeth in the morning, when I brush my teeth at night, I do my medicines. But you're young. You're only in your 40s and you're forgetful already.
I have been forgetful since my early 20s. I don't know what it is. It's like every time something new comes in, something leaves. I can't retain it all. I don't know. I've been saying I have some timers forever.
Amy, I'm bad about that. I leave the house and I'm like, did I turn off whatever? Or did I do this? Yeah, I do that too. Oh, you haven't even hit 40 yet. Oh, heck.
No, I'm 38.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
Just wait.
Well, but I had my hysterectomy when I was 30, so I've been dealing with the pause for a couple years now. Yeah. It's all good, though. Oh, what was that? Well, hello, Becca. She said, I'm almost 58. Just wait. I'm hoping to make it over this pause hump, because let me tell you something. I have lost more hair going through menopause than I ever had on my head. The hot flashes are just ramping up continuously. I wake up every morning and I have to shower because I will sweat all throughout the night from the hot flashes. And I keep it on 65
Oh, my gosh.
in my camper. Like, Jason and the kids are freezing to death, and I'm laying there with just my moo-moo on, burning alive, girl. My hair will be soaking wet in the back when I get up, and I'm like, God, man.
I've never had that. I don't have the hot flashes like that. I didn't have that.
Lucky you.
I did not.
And it doesn't help that I'm not used to Louisiana heat like this either.
Every now and again, but nothing like that. And nothing like some people I know that have gone through it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm taking black cohosh, which is supposed to help
Right.
with hot flashes. And it has some, but then sometimes I forget to take it.
Oh, well, yeah. That's awesome. Hey, Billy. I see you joined. I hope y'all are doing well.
Yeah. If I forget to take it more than a couple of days, then I have to get back into taking it again, and it, takes a while to kick back in. But girl, I'm taking too many vitamins now. I remember we talked about this earlier. I said, I'm tired of these vitamins. I'm tired of trying to remember to take them. Some of them are gummy, some's liquid, some's pill. And I'm like, I'm just over it.
You're taking it because you want it. Your doctor's making you take it.
I take the lisinopril because I have high blood pressure.